Hi everyone, I'm Debbie. I'm with the Dayton Liederkranz Turner German Club in Dayton. We're located down at 1400 East 5th Street down in Dayton, right outside, right at the edge of St. Anne's Hill. Just wanted to come stop in tonight for a little bit and do a quick discussion a little bit about the waltz. I had sent an email to some of our Volksdancers and other dancers with the club, letting them know I was going to be Facebook Live tonight, and to try and give some details and some basic standards around the waltz and your frame and your form as you're doing a waltz or any type of dance that can help you once we get back to dancing together. Some of these basics are not necessarily going to be with you waltzing with somebody, but some of the things that you can practice at home by yourself, or if you have your partner there or anyone else in the house. If you have a grandchild there, grab them and grab a waltz song, which is in a 3/4 time song, and practice some of this. You can also practice this by yourself and get your framework down. But before we get to that, I do want to remind you that at the end of this, as always, that I have been doing, we are going to do Ein Prosit. So make sure you've got your drink of choice ready in your cup, whether it be water, pop, soda, beer, wine, sparkling, grape juice, whatever is your preference. Have that ready to do Ein Prosit at the end of this Facebook Live. As you probably heard and saw on our Facebook page and on social media, our GermanFest picnic at Riverscape this year has been canceled. We are instead going to do a GermanFest picnic light, which will be at our German Club down at 1400 East 5th Street, down again right on the edge of St. Anne's Hill. The GermanFest picnic was actually founded 37 years ago in 1983 by Wanda Wiedemann, so we are very thankful that we're still able to bring this picnic event to the people in Dayton and our friends and family and be able to enjoy this event. Some of the things that we're looking at doing is we're going to have some outdoor seating. We'll have carryout available. You'll be able to order your food online. We'll have some you'll also be able to come and order on site, but if you're wanting to if you want to, you can pre-order and pay with a credit card online. We'll have that available soon and more details about that. We're looking at doing virtual events on our GermanFest website. Some of those events will include our polka mass with Father Dean Meyer. And we're also going to look at doing a fashion show. So if you're interested in being in the fashion show, it's going to be a virtual fashion show. Please contact us at germanfestdayton@gmail.com. So that email address is germanfestdayton@gmail.com. So if you're interested, please send us an email and we'll get you in touch with the correct people to be able to participate in the fashion show. If you have any other questions about GermanFest, again, send us an email at that email address. Now, some of the basics about waltz. Some of the things that you'll want to be aware of while you're doing a waltz is that you need to be up on the balls of your feet. You don't want to be flat-footed on your heels. If you are, then you're going to be out of balance. So it's something, get used to being on the balls of your feet. You don't have to be up really, really high. You're just up off the ground, and that helps keep you forward and keeps your frame and your posture straighter. What you're also going to do, put that down, is with your arms. Your arms are for the lead. If you're the lead, your right arm is going to be on your partner's shoulder blade, and you kind of use that to help guide that person. Your left hand is out, and it's always going to be facing, as a lead, your left hand will be facing in your line of direction that you're going to dance. What you want to do is you want to have good tension with your partner. So while you don't want your hands spread out like this, and you don't want to clamp down on their shoulder or on their hand when they put their hand in yours. What you're going to do is, while you're up on the ball of your feet, you'll have your right arm on their shoulder blade, your left arm out, and with their hand, they're going to place their right hand in your left hand. You don't want to clamp down and hold like that. What you want to do is have your hands similar to this, and then what you're going to do is you want to have pressure and even pressure between both of you. That way you're able to steer, because as you're dancing, you're not going to be moving your arms like this. You're going to be moving your whole body. So that way they can help steer you and go in the direction that they're trying to direct you around the dance floor. From a follow's perspective, you'll also be up on the balls of your feet. You're going to have your left hand on their shoulder. Your right hand will be out and again will be placed on their left hand. And you'll want to also have tension on your arms. Your arm will be laying on top of their arm, but you don't want it to sag down. Again, you're going to need to use your muscles and keep your arm up and on top of theirs, but not try and drag down. It's supposed to be an even distribution of weight between the two of you. So it's difficult to work on, but if you're going to want to be a follow, just get used to having your right hand out, and typically your hands are in the center between the both of you, not way back here by your shoulder and not way back here by their shoulder. So if you get used to being in that position with your hands, you can do that in your house as you're walking around. And again, you're up on the balls of your feet, you're not back, you'll be looking up. So from your perspective, from the follow's perspective, you'll be facing this direction. While you're dancing, you want to be looking in the direction that you're dancing. You also want to make eye contact with your partner while you're dancing, and that way they can get a feel for what's going on. So if they're doing a lot of spins and you're not wanting to do any more spins, they might be able to tell by the look on your face that, oh my goodness, your eyes might get really big. So those are things to be aware of. You're going to keep looking in the line of direction that you're dancing, but also make eye contact with your partner so you're connected and you know what's going on, and can hopefully take signals from the body language as they move around the floor. Some things that you can also try and do as you're practicing, again, as you're up on the balls of your feet, you can do your footwork where you're going to be doing, I'm going to do it in place here, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I know it's 3/4 count, you can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The waltz is 6 steps, so sometimes it's easier as you're learning the steps to count all the way through 6, and you know you're through one measure, one full turn of a waltz. So if you're up on the balls of your feet, you don't want your feet wide apart either. You're going to keep them underneath your shoulders, but a little closer than shoulder width. You don't necessarily need to be out that far as you're doing this. You can bring your feet in a little bit closer, and then as you're dancing and doing the waltz, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you're dancing around, some of the different steps, excuse me, I got a hair in my face here. Some of the different steps are, as you do different movements, you'll learn different steps, but what you want to try and do is, again, be up on the balls of your feet and keep your steps are going to be an evenly spaced step is what I'm trying to get at. So you can go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. That is your 6 steps for the waltz. Some other things to look at, I have some notes obviously. You know, if you've been to any of my other Facebook Lives, you know I've got my notes. As you are in your normal position for doing the dance with your partner, what you also want to do is remember that you're moving your whole body. So as you're doing this, you don't want them to just be moving your arms. You're going to actually be dancing with your whole body. So you're going to be able to, one thing you can do is as you're up on the balls of your feet, practice moving your whole body. It's really good workout for your calves, and it helps you with your balance, because you'll need your balance as you're up on your balls of your feet. Again, you don't have to be way up as if you're in high heels, but you don't want to be down on the heels either. It's kind of just up a little bit on the balls of your feet, and that helps keep you moving and being able to glide forward instead of being flat-footed and going like that. So it helps with you going forward. You're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I've noticed that I do a lot of times is I don't necessarily evenly distribute my step pattern, and that's something I need to work on, and I should be working on more than I have been. So you're going to go from, again, from a lead perspective, you're going to go start with your left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you do that pattern from the lead's perspective, now from the follow's perspective, you're going to start on your right foot, because generally, as I was taught, if you're the follow, a lot of times the follow is going to be a female, and females are always right, right? Hey, room for discussion on that one if you want, if you like, that's fine. So from a follow's perspective, you're going to be with your left hand up on his shoulder, your lead's shoulder, your right hand out, and you're going to start with your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the basics, and then the step. It's something, again, you can practice. Now, if this is working correctly, I'm going to bring up a waltz song and play a waltz for just a little bit and be able to do the footwork back and forth. And I'll try and switch then out from being the lead, starting on my left, to the follow, and I'll turn around so you can see in that direction, starting on my right. You can also do a zigzag pattern. The other direction. So with that basic step, again, you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're in your house and just walking down the hall, let's say in the morning you get up, you're ready to go to work, go work out, go eat breakfast, whatever. As you're walking down the hall, think of your favorite waltz song and get that tune in your head. And as you're walking down the hallway, whatever time it is, morning, afternoon, night, in your mind, have that tune in your head and just start dancing and do that footwork. Something to think about and try. And once you get the footwork down and in your head, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you get that pattern and that beat in your head. It will be helpful when you're actually then dancing with a partner. Again, you don't have to be face to face with them. You can also do inside hand holds. We'll discuss that later in another episode. Hope you like that so far. Now, one thing I do want to mention, this Saturday is St. Anne's Hill's garden tour. They normally sell tickets and you can go visit all the beautiful homes in St. Anne's Hill. Not all of them, but the ones that are on their list for that year for their garden tour. This year they're doing it via Facebook Live. So since you're already on Facebook, look for St. Anne's Hill Garden Tour. They've got an event out there and they will be doing live videos of the garden tour at 10, 11, and noon on this Saturday, June 13th. So that's something to take a look at. Again, beautiful homes, wonderful people in that neighborhood, We are so blessed to have such wonderful neighbors, and we appreciate all their support with our Liederkranz Turner German Club. Now, what I would like to do is go ahead and finish with Ein Prosit. See if I can get this pulled up here. So enjoy, and I hope you have your drink, your beverage of choice. I've got my water for this evening. And we will do Ein Prosit. See if here we go, bring that back up. Prost, have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again soon.